Joining me on the Tarot Machine. This is your monthly love reading for the month of February 2017, and this will be for the sign of Cancer. So let me go ahead and give these cards a shuffle to see what energies you'll be working with for the month. Okay, what you have in the middle of the reading, what you have is the Knight of Wands in reverse, and you have the Three of Cups upright. The Knight of Wands in reverse, if you're single, this could be you or it could be somebody around you that you're trying to bring in your personal sphere for a relationship. It's showing that this person has a lack of drive, or you will have a lack of drive going after or pursuing a relationship with somebody. Is saying that this person lacks drive. They lack innovation when it comes to bringing something new into the relationship. They kind of is basically a lazy or boring person when you go ahead and meet them, or you be displaying this attitude around somebody because people that may want to get with you is looking at you in a weird turn, real weird light, or they catching you at one of your lowest moment and they passing a judgment on that at that time they meet you, and they can be reading you wrong as a person that you don't have no ambition or drive, or you're not interested in being in a relationship. The second card you have if you're single is the Three of Cups upright. So Three of Cups is upright. That shows that you could be meeting a certain person through a celebration creative activity or hanging out with friends, that this Nine of Wands can be coming up to you, or you're out with friends celebrating and this person comes and approach you. But it's just saying that the opportunity of meeting somebody, if you're single, is more of a better chance. That is when you're out with groups of people, more on a social tip, to let your natural feelings go, other than like the Three of Pentacles. You will be meeting somebody at work in a work environment, so you're not free to express the way you are when you're talking to people, because it's in a different actual state of being when you in a mind state versus you out social and just taking the environment the way it is. So if you already coupled up, it's showing that your companion is um is kind of being lazy in the relationship of bringing something new or adding something new to a relationship to build it to a positive level. And it's saying that maybe this laziness is more out of boredom, and that you as a couple need to get out and celebrate with the Three of Cups. Not even celebrate anything special, it's just saying get out and about to change your companion's mind state. You both get out, and maybe you getting out as a couple and doing certain things together in a different type of environment could change your companion's way of mind of thinking about stuff, or thinking about different aspects to the relationship, and maybe want later on can bring in something new into the relationship to make it better. What you have underneath you is the Two of Cups in reverse. So the Two of Cups is showing that if you're single, whoever you meeting is showing that it's not gonna be a perfect match, and it's not the person you meet may not match on you with on a emotional level, or they is not fitting your characteristics of what you want as a relation, as you want as a relationship, or a person that you want to have a relationship with or have something ongoing. Is saying that it's a clash, and it could be a clash of how this person presents their heart to you. They may come off cold, they may have a real deconnected attitude when it comes to a relationship. So it's saying watch out if you trying to get somebody, they can come off like that, because and that's throwing you off of trying to get them in the fold to be in a relationship. If you already in a established relationship with somebody, it's showing that during the month of February, your companion could be having this thing to act cold or standoffish or not express himself emotionally the way they want to, even though you're both is you. They're being more reserved with their emotions, or you being more reserved with your emotions when it comes towards your current partner or who you have a established relationship with. It's just saying that you're drawing back due to something that is not really saying that is something in the relationship. It could be something affecting you on the from the outside that you more concerned with, and you're not concerned with more of the relationship part because of this external thing is bothering you. What you have in the past is the Ten of Swords in reverse. So the Ten of Swords in reverse is showing that that you in the past you was going through some hurdles in your relationships with a bunch of mental things hitting you, and you at a point of dropping it, or during the past month or so you was dropping it. And it's, if you're single, it's saying that these people that you was meeting, you had so many thoughts about them that you kind of was over analyzing how the person was, or how could you bring them into your relationship fold, and it was causing you to just go cuckoo crazy about trying to get that, but you decided to let that go because it was not going to be a beneficial thing of you finding a one-on-one relationship to go and find, keep meeting different people, and keep, once you meet them, to keep analyzing them and keep breaking them down and keep trying to defrag how they is, and trying to reglue them back together to fit in your narrative of how a relationship is. You kind of drop that mind state to go and move forward and find um, a person that you can have a one-on-one relationship without over analyzing that one person, or feeling like this person is bringing so much mental strife to your relationship. If you already in a couple, is saying that as a couple you went through the mental burdens or the mental strife together, and you both made it through that period. If something had came up from an external factor from the past that was causing a confliction in your relationship, you decided not to go and both of y'all keep wrapping your head around it to analyze it, because you were spending way too much energy trying to analyze these outside situations and not analyzing your relationship one on one. So you basically decided to stop letting that external stuff that your minds were working over to affect your relationship, and both of you decided not to keep doing that pattern, because you both maybe decided that by both of y'all focusing on external stuff instead of your home base that y'all created yourselves, that it was not going to work out to anybody's favor, and it definitely wasn't working into making your relationship better. What you have above you is the Hierophant and the reverse. The Hierophant in reverse is you're deciding. Usually, the Hierophant upright is traditional. So, with a single, it's saying that you're not going to stick to the traditional way of trying to find a relationship, or try to find a companion that fits a traditional role. You looking for something different. You're looking for a companion that is more out of the box, or out of the box of what you would consider normal. So it's basically you're looking for that companion that doesn't fit any stereotype of a traditional boyfriend or girlfriend that most people will see. You want something that would just spark you in a whole nother direction. And that also for couples is saying that maybe you're deciding to take a new angle in your relationship to build a better bond by stepping outside of your comfort zone as a couple, or stepping outside of the box with bringing different ideas into your relationship that will add a kind of spark, or a different type of drive, or a different type of angle, or develop a different type of routine that can put some fire into your relationship. You're just not going to do the 1 2 3 to your relationship. You might do a 6 6 9 12 to it. You just going all out the box to bring in something fresh into your relationship, to create a different angle or a different type of bond into your relationship. The last card you have going is the Judgment in the reverse. Judgment in reverse is what it's saying is, if you're single, you're going to meet people and you're not going to cast the first opinion about them based on um, your first reaction or the first conversation or the first words that come out their mouth. You're going to kind of let that set aside to see how the dialect and how the emotions with that person will completely play out, to see if the feelings of that person will be right for you to have a one-on-one relationship. You're just not going to turn around and say, oh, because that person act this way, I don't want them. You're just going to say, okay, maybe, it's something else to that picture of that person. So you're just going to let anybody that you meet or they meeting you is going to let whatever you do as an individual play all the way out before they make a final opinion to be in a relationship with you. And also with couples, what it's saying is that you're dropping, just like you're trying to bring something non-traditional. It's just saying that when you bring in whatever is non-traditional to build your relationship, you're not going to pass judgment on how the direction of that is going. You're going to wait to the final conclusion on it before you will throw a yes or a no judgment on it and put it in an area of definite, that if it did work out or didn't work out in your relationship. What you're saying is basically saying you're letting all bars down, and it just is going to run kind of rampant, and you're going to see where the chips is going to lie when it comes to the final conclusion of whatever you brought into your relationship to build it better. You're going to wait to the final conclusion of it to see, did it really have a negative or positive benefit to your relationship. So let me go ahead and get one astrology card to see what astrology sign this is going to play out with, if you're already coupled up with or looking for somebody. And Scorpio. So if this person that you in a relationship with or talking to, if there'll be a Scorpion sun, moon, and rising that would have this energy playing out with them, or you'll be playing this energy out on them when it comes to getting into a relationship, or if you already in a relationship with them. So let me see what their chakra you will be operating with when this comes up for the month. And let's just see where they are standing when it comes to this situation when you meet them. Okay, you got the card of vanity. I hate to laugh about that, but I am. Vanity. Okay, this person, if you're meeting this person, if you're single, they're gonna come off very vain or conceited. They're gonna have, and a conceited, when people are conceited, that means they just got an invisible wall up on something. So they're gonna have an invisible wall when you meet them. They're gonna come off like smug, or maybe they better than somebody, or they may think you're acting like that you're better than nobody, or you got your nose up in the air or whatever. But it's gonna have this cast of being smug of whatever you're trying to bring to the table to them, or they gonna feel like it's not good enough, or you may feel it's not good enough, or you gonna read that the person is too much into themselves and cannot separate themselves good enough to be in a relationship with somebody else. Is just saying that they're not sacrificing enough of selves. They're not killing enough of themselves out to let somebody else come in. They may be having that feeling on you, or you have a feeling like that on them. And if you're already a couple, it could be the same way, that one of y'all or both of y'all is just going to be up on something. Somebody put their wall up to block out a real reaction of what's going on to the relationship. Not saying that they're going to vain to be vanity or vain to a point that they stuck up because you already with them. They're just going to put up a wall and not going to expose something to you, and they're going to be covering it up with their ego, basically. And when they cover it up with their ego, they're trying to leave it to you to try to tear it down, to figure out what is going on in your relationship or in your union. So I hope you like this reading. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Leave your comments at the bottom. You can thumb the video up or down, and I'll talk to you later.